can't stop, won't stop hustling.
Grinders and grindettes, man. We did it. We put it off. Bills fans alike. We did the damn thing, man. Listen, this might have been the best game of the season. I don't know, that Patriots game was good too, but this was up there. It's something about when the weather is just super messy, just makes for an awesome game, man. Great game. It really shows the accuracy of a QB. It doesn't even depend on his accuracy. If the weather's acting up, no matter how accurate the QB is, he's bound to fumble or make some kind of mistakes. And it makes them fight for it even more. You know what I'm saying? Something about Josh Allen and his spirit. You could tell he wanted it. He wanted everything he got today, and they did. And it came with some mistakes. They made a bunch of mistakes. But before we get into it, I go by the name of the Black Abstract. If you're new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also, if you can follow me on social media, I believe it's right here, down below. You can follow me on Twitter, The Black Abstract. Instagram, The Black Abstract, or it might be The Flyest in the Low. And then Facebook as The Black Abstract. I am a residential Buffalonian, Buffalo, New York, born and raised. On the Maston Park is where I spend most of my days. You know, Maston Park, right next door to Johnny B. Wiley, which used to be the Rock Pile. My grandma lived right across the street at 357 Best. So we had the top view right down on the Rock Pile. I wasn't born then, but that's just what she used to tell me. But anyway, let's get into the recap of today's game. And I want to talk about Antonio Brown as well. What the hell was that? All right, so for the third straight time and the fourth time in 5 years, the Buffalo Bills are heading back to the playoffs. Also, I got a song called Let's Go Buffalo 2021. I'll leave it in the description below. Make sure you click the link. Check it out. I redid the Let's Go Buffalo theme song. It's great. It's pretty much viral on TikTok. A lot of people making stories to it. I'm very proud. It's my most viewed video to date at almost 60,000 views. Very happy for it. Hometown hero shit. Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, we in the playoffs again. A fate that seemed unfathomable back in 2017 when the team was in the midst of its historic postseason drought. So we got a 29-15 victory over the Atlanta Falcons. And, man, kudos to the Falcons, too, because they were playing ahead of a game, too. The tie could have turned any time. But they made some crucial mistakes as well. And they might end up being for the betterment of us. And can we just say, I know this Falcons team, but can we just say that call, that taunting call is such BS? Like, when did that get implemented into the NFL? I've never seen that before. I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but like, how? Like, what do we playing sports? That's part of playing sports, any sport. That's like telling a boxer, "Oh, you stop, you can't talk." You don't think you hear what these boxers be saying to them? They be saying everything is short. They be saying, I ain't even gonna repeat what the things that I done heard them say. They say any and everything, but come on, you can't talk somebody after you win. Like, what? And the dude was laughing from the Bills was laughing at him like, yeah. I'm a 15-year QB. How long dude been in the NFL on the Falcons? The QB, he been in for some years. I got the right to talk smack. I'm in the league for this long, and I'm getting touchdowns myself. Hell yeah, I'm gonna talk some crap. I don't agree with that, man. And I know it was for the betterment of my team. I just still think that's just some punk ass shit. That's just me though. But yeah, we did a remarkable job. I really liked what we did when we did it efficiently, but like I said, there's a couple of things that we could have did. We came out the first half, did pretty good. Then the tide started to turn a little bit, but we came out the second half. We secured our playoff spot. I think the running the ball settled down the offense. The Bills, they took the Falcons on their third quarter drive to take the lead. It was 10 runs and 1 pass. Devin Singletary, who was playing his ass off, by the way. Shout out to Devin Singletary, man. He was hitting hard. He was running over folks. He was, he had something to prove. I don't know if he was tabbed up or roided up, but whatever he was up on, take it again next week. I need you on that. I'm not saying he was, but it's the case he was. We need you on that. Might have just been adrenaline. Devin Singletary, he had a legit angry run to gain a chuck. Josh Allen tucked it and ran several times, and Singletary capped the drive with a touchdown run. On the next drive, Allen inexplicably threw as far as he could on the prayer, showing he was still feeling a bit unsettled. He threw a couple of picks. On the next play, Zach Moss picked up 13 for a first down. 2 straight runs, Allen and Singletary, and then another first down. Since the trend here, the Bills ultimately scored a touchdown on a running play. After 110 yards from Singletary, 81 from Allen, 39 from Moss, and 3 from McKenzie, the Bills finished with 233 yards on 44 carries for an average of 5.3 yards per rush. Both Allen and Singletary had 2 touchdown runs, and Allen passed the ball only 6 times in the second half. That's my QB right there. Listen, he kept on picks. He threw, how many picks he threw? 2? He had to do something. He was like, you know what? I'm going to just run the ball. Because I'm throwing this ball. It's not getting to who it's supposed to be getting intended to. The weather messing me all up. I'm going to blame it on the weather. The weather messing me all up. The ball not getting to who it need to. They picking the ball off. And this is giving them points on the board. So I'm going to just run this thing. I'm going to slide this thing all the way till I get close enough to that end zone. Then I'll pass that thing off to Singletary or one of these dudes. That's what you got to do. Listen, you got to judge the decision, not the result. Marquise Stevenson shouldn't have fielded the punt at the 5. Not because he fumbled, but because it's likely a touchback. Head coach Sean McDermott should have gone for it on the 4th and goal. Not because they scored, but because more often than not, it leads to more points. Josh Allen's throwing it in the end zone against his body on any broken play to Stephen Diggs is why he's special. Yo, that play when Stephen Diggs got crunched, ooh, I thought he was hurt. You could tell he young, man, because if that happened to me, I'd be in the ER right now. I go to the ER over everything, though. But he got nailed. He was like, bah! I seen that replay. I was like, damn, Diggs. But yeah, that showed why Stephen Diggs is special though. Most of the time he makes that throw, but this time it was tipped and picked. When you're up 5 after scoring a touchdown in the second half, going for 2 is the right call. Not because Cole Beasley was able to score in a 2-point conversion, but because the difference between a 5-point and 6-point lead is minimal. When the Bills had the ball at the 19, up 7 points with 12 minutes left, I thought a field and goal to make it a 2-possession game was the right call. Instead, they converted on 4th and inches and eventually took it for the touchdown. Mitch Morris needs some love. I agree, Mitch Morris does need some love. Morris has led the offense line unit all season, playing virtually every snap, while everything around him has been shaken and stirred. He's played next to 5 different guys, for crying out loud. The reason I bring up today, at least twice in the first half, Morris popped out after the snap and picked up blitzing defenses back to give Josh Allen time in the pocket to make it better. He did on both sides of the line. Going to the left for the first time, to the right to the second time. That was a great play. When Allen was going for that touchdown and everybody was just around him blocking, I'm like, man, this is great shit right here. Everybody seemed in sync. Everybody seemed like they were on the same page. Everybody seemed hungry, like they wanted. Everybody seemed like they knew their job. And that's the Bills team we need. When things don't go your way, you keep fighting. You don't give up. You don't feel down. You take that frustration and you turn it into focus. And I believe that's what Allen did. He like, listen, I'm going to throw these picks. Let me get my run game going. That's what make me special. I got my run game. I could go on my run game, and that's what he did. Harrison Phillips, shout out to him as well. He need to get an extension. He's been great since he's now healthy from his ACL tear. He had a Johnny-on-the-spot fumble recovery in the first half that led to a score in the second half and sacked Matt Ryan. Defense is going to like the tape. The defense is so unheralded. No pro ball players on the defensive side of the ball, but they play really well every week. The Bills had a 12-minute edge in timeout position. It was another day with a big play as Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts took 161 yards, but they stepped up on the day. The offense had 4 turnovers. And hope is a dangerous thing. There was a time in the game that the Atlanta Falcons thought they could win. They went into halftime with a lead, and Josh Allen was all over the place, throwing picks on 3 of the 4 passing attempts. You know, like I said, you can't let teams think they can win. But self-imposed mistakes were the reason. A fumble from Stevenson, a red zone interception from Josh Allen took points off the board. Beasley was held up in his route. Illegal contact leading to a pick and tip pass and another turnover. They gave the Falcons hope. They held on to even when Matt Ryan, when the Falcons were knocking on the door in the fourth quarter. No punts again. The Falcons punted from Buffalo's 32-yard line, gaining 12 yards after a touchback fail. The Bills, on the other hand, did not punt for the second consecutive week. Matt Hack's free kick after the safety doesn't count. Good for offensive coordinator Brian DeBall, Sean McDermott, and the Bills' offense. I don't even remember a possible scenario where the Bills stopped on the third down and it wasn't in the field goal range. It's the first time since 2004 that a team hasn't punted in a consecutive week. So, hey, listen, they like, hey, we just gonna go with our game. You know what I'm saying? Like we just gonna try to get these big points and go for it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because the kicker, he ain't really been all there, but that's between me and you. Overall, man, great fucking week. It was nail biting. Listen, I love games like this. I don't want the wins that's easy. I take them, but I don't like the wins that's easy. I'd rather have some challenge. That's the only way you get better as a team. You have to go through these tough teams. As you see, we did the Patriots last week. You see, they whipped us the first time. They didn't whip us, but they won. Then we came back last week, did what the fuck we need to do. And that same fucking morale was boosted. Listen, these is when you put all the chips on the line. This is what counts. We this much closer to possibly going to a Super Bowl. This much closer. Could you imagine that? If we go to the Super Bowl, even if we don't win, what if we just go? We got to just go to the Super Bowl. That automatically make this the best year of your life ever. I don't care what you accomplish all the years. You might have got your inheritance and it was millions of dollars. But if we go to the Super Bowl, oh, this tops that. This tops all of that. I had a great 2021. I had a great 2021 year. It was very profitable for me. But the Bills go to the Super Bowl? This eclipse all that. Fuck last year. This is eclipse. I don't care if I'm broke all year. I'm spending my fucking lives. I'm going to my 401k, my Roth, savings, putting the house up to get tickets to the Super Bowl. And I want to be right there, 50-yard line. I'm just kidding. Nah, I'm getting them damn tickets, though. We had a conversation, me and my boy, and was like, yo, how much would you be willing to spend for Super Bowl tickets if the Bills went to the Super Bowl? I said I would pay upwards of $10,000 for Super Bowl tickets. That's what I personally would spend for Super Bowl tickets. So we said, all right, we're going to start from here now. We have to start saving money. This was back in maybe July. We said, yo, we want to start saving money now. Until then, in case it comes up and we be able to go, it will be no problem. I said, all right, bet. So we got our money ready. Well, I do. I don't know about my man Tone. Tone, you got your bread ready, bro. But let's talk about Antonio Brown, man. And round of applause for the Bills. Let's give a round of applause for the Bills. Yes. But we got to talk about this crazy motherfucker, Antonio Brown. I don't know what was going on. I'm hearing different stories, conflicting stories. But Antonio Brown pinching for antics reared his head once more on Sunday, and it's cost him his job with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's one place you don't want to be is on this other side of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Well, then they won the Super Bowl last year. Am I tripping? Didn't they win the Super Bowl last year? Possibly might be going this year. Who knows? It's Tom Brady. You got Gronkowski. You got a star-studded situation over there. Why would you want to mess that up? Less than 2 weeks after the end of his 3-game suspension for using a fraudulent COVID-19 vaccine card. What? Why didn't I hear about this? Yo, this man is wild. The Buccaneers wide receiver removed his uniform, pads, and more Sunday before leaving the field to play topless in the middle of the third quarter as the team trailed the New York Jets. And they weren't on winning, too. That's the crazy thing about it. Coach Bruce Arians said Brown won't be part of the team going forward. He is no longer a Buck, he told reporters after the game. That's the end of the story. Damn, he ain't playing with him. Pressed for more information about the incident, Arians said he would not talk about Browns and reiterated he was no longer a member of the Buccaneers. Brown spoke with fellow receiver Mike Evans before removing his jersey. Buccaneer staffers and others on the sideline appeared confused as Brown stripped. Brown then threw his undershirt into the MetLife Stadium crowd and did jumping jacks before signaling to fans in the end zone on his walk to the tunnel. The Buccaneers offered no immediate update on Brown's availability for the rest of the game. Brown settled an accusation of sexual harassment and has a long history of clashes with his past teams. Upon signing with trouble wideout last season, Arians voiced that Brown would be a short leash. After Brown's suspension, Arians and the Buccaneers welcomed the four-time All-Pro back to aid an injured receiving corpse. We were talking on old experience with Antonio. When he came back to us, he was a model citizen. There was a new history. I really love the way he tried to fit in, worked his way in, and gave us everything he had to go to the Super Bowl. My whole attitude on him changed. I saw him trying to be a better human being. Arians told Fox Sports News that Brown was not benched and that the receiver did not enter the game when told to. Never seen anything like it in all my years, Arians69 said. In an Instagram post after the game, Brown wrote, "Thanks for the opportunity." Quarterback Tom Brady, who has advocated for Brown in the past, targeted the receiver 5 times on Sunday. Brown had 3 catches for 26 yards 1 week after he caught 10 passes for 101 yards. That's obviously a difficult decision. I think we all want him to. I think everybody should hopefully do what they can to help him in a way that he really needs it. Brady said after the game, "We all love him and care about him deeply. We want to see him be at his best. Unfortunately, he won't be on our team." We have a lot of friendships that will last. I think everyone should be very compassionate and empathetic towards some very difficult things that are happening. Le'Veon Bell, Brown's teammate with the Pittsburgh Steelers at the beginning of the career, said he texted Brown after the game. Obviously, some bad decision-making at times, the running back told reporters. Without Brown, Brady led the Buccaneers on a last-minute drive with no timeouts to take the lead and complete a signature comeback victory, 28-24. Signature comeback victory. Tom Brady is still doing it, man. I remember he did it to the Buffalo Bills numerous times. We were up, thought we were about to beat the Patriots, and nope. Fourth quarter, Tom Brady, 4 touchdowns or something. You're like, oh, man, I hate him. Yeah, glad he's doing that to somebody else now. Anyway, Antonio Brown could be suffering from that CTE. That's what it looks like to me. He obviously has some mental health issues. So I don't want to talk down or belittle or berate somebody that's going through that, because we don't know what he's going through. We don't know, and it's hard to have judgment or assume about things that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? From the outside looking in, yeah, it look crazy. Like, yeah, you squandering a great opportunity, a great deal. But somebody said he got hit really hard when he was with, I believe, Pittsburgh, one of his former teams. He took a very bad hit, and he said he ain't been right since. So he could be suffering from that CTE. I watch FBI. Most Wanted, and they had a episode where a basketball player had CTE, and he wound up killing his wife. He was about to kill his kids, but they wound up stopping him. And he wound up killing himself right when they were trying to stop him. So it's definitely a real thing. The thing about it is it normally doesn't get diagnosed after somebody passes. So it's hard to it could be diagnosed now, but it holds no merit because it hasn't been approved by whoever approves that type of procedure to be done. It's not like it's like the shot not being verified by the FDA. That CTA isn't verified by whoever's supposed to verify. So it holds no merit why the person is alive. But once they die and do autopsies, then they get to see, because you can't work on somebody's head just willingly while they're alive. You get what I'm saying? So that's what it seems like to me, but I'm not a medical expert, nor do I pretend to be. I'm just a black man in America trying to make it. I'm just a proud Buffalo Bills fan. So let's not focus on the negative. I just want to touch on it. Let's just focus on the positive, which is the Bills winning. And let's gear up for the next game. Let's go Buffalo. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Like I said, I will be leaving my video, Let's Go Buffalo 2021, in the comments. I'll pin it to the top. Check it out. It's the best Buffalo song ever made. Guarantee it. Peace.